Yeah, hey, guys, it's Mr. Graves here. I'm gonna do the last video here on something called the rise of finding out the slope when given a graph. So as you can see here, I have numbers 1 through 6. I have to determine if it's a positive. So I need to go ahead. I already know the answers. So I already know that. I know the negative, I'm gonna do that in red. The positives, I'm gonna do that in purple. The same color as my Baltimore Ravens. 0, I'm going to do that in green. And undefined is going to be in black. Okay. So looking forward on the graph, I'm going to talk about something called the rise over the run. Unfortunately, do I have enough space on here? Yes, I do. So we know the M slope is the rise over the run. Okay. So that means for slope, we're either going to go up or down, then right or left. So the first thing we need to do actually when we do this is we need to pick 2 points on the line and make a right triangle. Some of y'all have been doing this on the assignment they gave you on the Bright Thinker. I'm gonna put 2 points here, right? I'm gonna make a right triangle, as you can see, right? There goes my triangle. So on this one, to go from point A, I'm gonna call it A, to B, I had to go up. So for slope, in fact, let me actually go ahead and do it in different colors so that we can get that out of the way. There we go. Bam, bam. I already know this is a positive, so let me just go ahead and just get it out of the way. There we go. So I'm going to call this one A and B. Get rid of these. There we go. So I'm going to make sure I have my points here. So to find the slope here of M, it looks like I went up, right? I went up 1, 2, 3. I went up 3. So I'm going to do up 3, right? Then I went to the right, 1, 2, 3, right? From here, I went up 1, 2, 3. So because I went up, that's a positive 3. And because I went to the right, that's also a positive 3. A positive 3 divided by a positive 3 is a positive 1. So my slope for number 1 is a positive 1. Easy, right? Now, number 2, I already know that's negative. How do I know? Again, look at where the graph is facing. It seems to be pointing this way, going up, slanted to the right. So slanted right. Say slanted right, which means I'm going to have a positive slope. Kind of a big way for me to tell. Then for number 2, I'm going to pick 2 points. I need to make sure they're directly on the lines. I'm going to pick this point here. I'll pick this point here. Going to make them a right triangle. Right? So for the M, it looks like I went up 1, 2, 3. So it looks like I went up 3. But after I went to the right 3, looks like I went backwards 1, 2, 3, 4. So I went to the left 4. So that's going to be a positive 3 over a negative 4. And that is my answer, which, by the way, that simplifies to negative 0.75. So let me guys go ahead and do that. Negative 0.75. So that's a negative slope. And if you notice, by the way, it slants to the left, doesn't it? Say slanted left. It's going to be a negative slope. This song is so depressing and sounds terrible. God. There we go. So those ones are pretty, pretty nice and self-explanatory. Now we're going to talk about when the slope is 0, okay? So I'm gonna do one here, and I'm gonna do it in green like I said I would do. Let me actually go ahead and circle them. So this is gonna be positive, right? This is negative, 0, and undefined. So number 3, I know it's gonna be undefined. Again, I'm gonna pick, now there's no way you can actually make a triangle on this, okay? I'm gonna pick this point here and this point here. So essentially, I'm gonna have A and B. Sorry, I forgot to go on this on the negative to make it A and B. Here we go, A and B. There we go. So I know for point A, it's gonna be -3, 2, and B is gonna be 3, -2. It should be negative. Yeah, oh, -2. It's good. So to find the slope of something, M is gonna be y2 minus y1. Derive x2 minus x1, right? So M is gonna be the two y values, which is -2 minus -2 over 3 minus -3 for the x values, right? X1, x2, y1, and y2. So M is going to be 0, because -2 minus -2 is 0, and 3 plus -2 is 6. So in this case, notice that it is a horizontal line between A and B. So horizontal lines means that M is equal to 0. And of course, in this case, we also know that all the y numbers on that line is -2. So you could actually write this as y is equal to -2 as your answer and leave it as that. Okay, so that's the nice stuff. Now we're going to talk about undefined. That's number 4. Make sure I circled that. There we go. Now, when it's undefined, that means that your slope does not even exist. So undefined is the same thing as slope does not exist. There we go. Easy stuff. So let's prove that, right? Number 4 here. So I'm gonna pick this dot here. I'm gonna call him A. And A is gonna be a -2, 3. I'm gonna pick this other point here for B. And B is gonna be a -2, -1. So slope M is gonna be y2 minus y1, right? Divided by x2 minus x1. So this is your x1 numbers, x2 numbers, y1 and y2. So I'm going to have specifically -1, right? -3. Oops. I'm just going to put this there fixed. -1, -3 like that. X numbers are -2 minus -2, which is going to be 0 over -4. If you have 0 divided by anything on the denominator, that means you cannot calculate, so it does not exist. I'm going to do DNE for does not exist. So for this one, the slope is none. There we go. Slope is none. And by the way, this is actually true, because think of it this way, okay? Going up a vertical line, that does not exist. Okay, you cannot do that. So this is actually an example of a vertical line. So it's vertical line, M, slope is none. Can't stand this song either. So slope is none. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of this paper so we can just finish off here. So number 5 is a horizontal line. So horizontal line means that slope is equal to 0. Again, this just like number 3, right? Pick 2 points, A and B, connect them up. I knows, hey, I have a vertical line. I'm sorry, not vertical line, horizontal line. And this one, obviously, number 6 is going to be is going to be negative. No, it's going to be positive. I'm sorry, it's going to be positive. The reason why it's going to be positive because if you look carefully, it slants this way. So that means my slope is equal to a positive number. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the back page of this. Okay. Again, take it, right? Slant it this way. So I know this is a positive slope. Then I'm going to go to do number 9. See how that one slanted this way to the left? So it's going to be a negative slope. And on number 8, it looks to be a vertical line. And since it's a vertical line, there is no slope. So that's just something you have to remember, because as you're going to move on to 9th grade, you are going to do a lot more algebra. This is the easy part. 8th grade math is just like is essentially pre-algebra. So I hope all these things I did today helped you guys out for sure. I know I marked up a lot like crazy, but I think these videos are going to help you guys out a lot, okay? Remember, you have tutorials with me if you still don't know what to do, okay? If you're still failing the class, failing any assignments, you can see me between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday, okay? Take care, and I will see you guys later. Oh, no. My video got cut off? How did my video get cut off the whole time? Wow. Whatever, it's fine.